What's going on? Good day. Welcome to my YouTube page. My name is Akil Taft from Conscious Crusade, and I want to thank you for joining me on this brief yoga sequence to get the blood flowing, get some breathing done, and just contribute to an overall sense of wellness. So, without further ado, let's get started. We want to first come to child's pose to just dial in. So, big toes touch, knees wide, glutes back to your heels. Reach through your fingers and spread them. Rest your forehead gently on the mat. And breathe. I usually go for about 10 to 20 breaths, not counting. But I am mindful that when I inhale, my belly expands. And on the exhalation, my belly collapses. I also scan my body in any place where I'm finding tension or tightness. Try to relax, release it. If you've ever been to a yoga class, the teacher may prompt you to declare an intention before it starts. Feel free to do so. How about a little side child's pose to stretch the side body? So let's reach all the way over to our right. If you can place your left hand on top of the right, then go ahead, sit your glutes back on your heels and try to relax your forehead in between your biceps. Just feel a nice stretch on this left side body. Let's take to the other side. Same rules apply. Reach that left hand, try to place the right hand on top, and then go ahead and relax back onto your heels, resting your forehead in between your biceps. Back to neutral. Let's press into our palms, meeting table. Fingers are spread, wrist up under my shoulders, hips over my knees, and I'm on the tops of my feet. If you want to be on your toes, your choice, but we're going to begin with a little cat-cow, warming our spines. Inhale, make your back into a U, head up, chest up, look up. Exhale, press to your palms, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Again, inhaling. Exhale. Constantly pushing through your palms the entire movement, throughout the movement. One to two more. Go at your pace with your breath. And once you've done your last one, meet in neutral spine. From neutral spine, let's curl our toes under, send our hips up and then back, and land in our first downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, make sure you engage your index finger and thumb. It's okay to bend the knees, make sure your spine is nice and long. Shake your head gently, yes and no, to release tension. This being our first one, let's walk our dog. Bend the right knee, straighten the left, push the hips high. Bend the left knee, straighten the right, push the hips high. Alternate that a few times. Again, you're just getting into the posture, waking the body up. And then come on your tippy toes, heels back toward the mat, push your hips high. Again, it's okay to keep a slight bend in the knees. It's perfectly fine. Just make sure your neck is nice and long. One more breath. Look in between your hands. Feet to hands, however you need to get there. You can walk, crawl. And once the feet reaches the hands, inhale your back flat. You may want to place your hands on your shins. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale your back flat, create length. And exhale, fold. Let's bend our knees and lay your belly on top of your quads. Grab opposite elbow and sway. Take a look up here, my knees are bent. Neck is long. Ears are away from my shoulders, rocking from side to side. And back and forth. Breathing. Release the hands. Inhale up to a flat back again. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the left foot back this time as far as you can. Back and forth on the ball of this left foot. Drop the left knee. Uncurl the left toes. Slide up a little bit. Push up off this right quad. Focusing on straightening this back leg. I have little knee problems. The floor is a little hard. I want to double up my mat. Inhale and exhale, belly forward. Pull back on the inhale and exhale, belly forward, and we're breathing. Again, trying to straighten this leg, targeting the front of this left hip, my psoas. Option for the hands on your quads, knee, goalpost, framing, or even clasping the hands. But we're targeting right here, this opening. We've been sitting in chairs and the whole bit. One more breath. Frame this front foot. This left hip on top of left quad. Extend this front leg. Point those front toes. If you're extremely tight in the hamstring, bend this knee. But you inhale your back flat. And exhale, chin goes toward those toes, and we're breathing. Nice hamstring stretch. Just pull back on those toes. Look at this generous bend in my knee. I can also maybe straighten it. But just listen to your body. You may feel some shake. And right now we're just going to breathe and use the breath to signal to the hamstrings it's okay to open. Relax. One more breath. Other side. Lift your torso up. Front foot steps on the accelerator. Frame it. Lift the back knee. Step back to plank. Down dog. Again, let's walk our feet into our hands. Walk, crawl, or hop. Your choice. We're also strengthening the posterior chain when we do this. Inhale your back flat. Plant the hands. Step the opposite foot back this time. Just the right foot. Back and forth on the ball of this right toe. Drop the knee. Uncurl the toe. Again, if it's discomfort, this floor is hard, go ahead and double the mat up. Push up off this left quad. Inhale, exhale, belly forward. Pull back on the inhale, exhale, belly forward, and we're breathing. You remember the options for the arms, goalposts, framing, clasping, your choice. I'm gonna go goalposts on this side. Heart opener. One more breath. Let's go ahead and frame this front foot. Take this right hip, stack it on top of the right quad. Extend this left leg, flex the toes. Inhale the spine long, exhale fold. Again, I got a generous bend in my knee. I'm still pulling back on those front toes. My spine is long, and I'm breathing. Using the breath to signal to the hamstring, it's okay to open. Yeah. May feel a little shake. Two more breaths. Go ahead and lift up. This front foot steps on the accelerator so you can frame it. Pick up this back knee. Step back to plank. Down dog. Happy hips. Look in between the hands. Bend the knees. And see if you can maybe jump the feet to the outside of the hands. Yogic squat. Let's go ahead and sink our hips low, chest high, elbows inside the knees. If this is extremely painful, or if you're still on your tippy toes, get a block. Sit your sacrum on a block. Hips low, chest high, elbows inside the knees. Breathe. With block, without block. Yogic squat. Happy hips. I'm always rocking a little bit from side to side, gently signaling to my hips to open up. Go ahead and place our hands behind us. Sit on our glutes. Let me get this block out the way. Work our way onto our backs. Let's bend our knees. We'll cross the right ankle over the left. Pull back on those toes. Toes point towards the knees. Reach down and grab our hamstring. I like to bend the knees. You can also straighten it, your choice, but just make sure both feet are flexed, pulling the toes back toward the knees. Inhale, exhale, pull the left knee in towards you, the right knee goes away from you. You can maybe do a few pulses, just a signal to your muscles where they're going, the opening we want to create. And then open it, and pull and hold and breathe. You can also go from side to side. Right now my right ankle is crossed over my left knee. I'm pulling my left knee in towards me while my right knee is going away from me. Let's go ahead and cross this left knee all the way over the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, drop both knees over to your left as you reach and look right. If you want to take this left hand and rest it gently on the outside of this right knee, please feel free. Try not to let your knees drop below the waist, but listen to your body. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. And enjoy this detoxing twist. For a couple more breaths before we go to the other side. After you exhale, let's bring both knees back to the center. Uncross them. Place the soles of both feet on the mat. Then go to the other side. Left ankle over the right knee. Pull back on the toes. Grab the right hamstring. Again, your right leg can be straight. I personally prefer mine's bent. Flexing both feet. And begin my pulses. Inhale. Exhale, pull the right knee towards you, left knee goes away from you. Inhale, release. Exhale, just a gentle tug. You're not going crazy. A few more times. And then maybe squeezing a room. Is there a difference in one side as opposed to the other? Side to side. It's where I feel this side I feel my sciatic nerve on. Stimulating this side. A few more breaths. Let's go ahead and drop that right foot. Cross the left knee all the way over the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, drop both knees over to your right. As you reach and look left. And again, you want to try not to let your knees drop below your waist. You want to try and keep both shoulders on the mat. And as you're experiencing this posture, just take note of how you feel. Two more breaths. One more breath. Let's go ahead, unwind, and hug the knees into the body. And place both feet on the mat. Go into a little back bend. Bridge pose, a beginner back bend pose. So we want to make sure the feet are hips width distance apart, ankles up under your knees. And let's go ahead and engage the soles of your feet. Lift your pelvis, roll onto your shoulders. Some people like to grab the ankles. Some people like to clasp their hands. Or you can leave them out to the side, whatever's your choice. But I want you to engage the soles of your feet. Push your hips even higher, roll onto your shoulders. Your chest chases your chin, but your chin runs away from your chest. Chest chases your chin runs away from your chest. It is a back bend. It is a heart opener. Engage your feet. Lead with your pelvis. Drive with your glutes. And breathe. To come out. Tippy toes. Pelvis high. Release the hands and lower down slow. Now we hug our knees into our chests again. Let's rock side to side. Let's rock forward and back. Happy baby. Reach inside your knees. Grab the pinky sides of your feet. Keep the lower back on the mat, your back and the back of your head. The soles of your feet are going toward the ceiling. Pull your knees into your armpits. Quads right next to your rib cage. Happy baby. You can also rock side to side and happy baby. And we're breathing. Bring your toes together, knees go wide. And let's begin to rock. We want to create enough momentum to rock up into seated. Extend the legs. It's okay to bend your knees. Make sure your toes point towards you. Flex your toes. Inhale, the arms up the frame. Chest high. Keep the hands here as you hinge, forward fold. Once you've folded as far as you can, then grab your calves, your shins, your ankles, your toes, or your feet, and you breathe. Forward fold. Spine is long. Chin going toward your toes. Go ahead and lift up. And then slowly make our way onto our backs. Settling into our final posture, Shavasana. So your toes, let them fall comfortably to the sides. Palms are face up and away from the body and not in the casket. Tuck the shoulder blades under, lengthen your spine and neck. And let's blink our eyes closed as we settle into the final posture, which is Shavasana. Relax your eyeballs, your tongue, noticing the rise and fall in your belly. And just noticing how you feel. This is also another opportunity to scan the body, and any place you feel resistance or tension, try and release. Don't skip this posture. It's the meditative portion as well. To seal in the practice. I would be here for at least 5 minutes. Before bringing awareness back into my body, wiggling my fingers, my toes, making circles with my ankles both ways, and my wrists both ways, and a good morning stretch. Point, flex your feet, maybe a little side to side action. Hug your knees into your body one more time before making your way over onto your favorite side, resting in a comfortable fetal position. Pause. While keeping your eyes closed, use your hands to push up into a comfortable seat. And the eyes are closed. Inhaling your arms up, palms touch. Lower your hands to heart center. Pressing the thumbs into your sternum to lift the spine. Relax your shoulders and blink your eyes open. Hey gang, thanks for joining me on this brief moving and breathing
sequence. Again, my name is Akil from Conscious Crusade, and this is the path of the yogi.
Peace.